Good morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from Nixa, Missouri, where I'm watching an artist paint a mural. Today's verse is Romans 12:2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. Well, this comes after last week's verse, and I have a link up here, that we talked about loving him more than anyone else or anything else, so that we surrender everything to him in love. And after we've emptied our souls of all of our human loves, then he could come in and fill us with his love, which is much better. And then he is free to run the show and be the boss of our lives. And that has some wild implications, which are this week's verse. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. When this happens, we should be transformed. Notice it does not say you need to transform yourself. We don't transform ourselves. We just surrender everything to him in love, and he will transform us. Then we just have to make sure that we stay empty so that he can do the transformation. Now, that word transformation in the Greek is basically metamorphosis, and it only occurs a couple of other times in Scripture. Twice it refers to Jesus when his body is transfigured at the Mount of Transfiguration, and he has a chit-chat with Moses and Elijah. Something about their forms, their human bodies, looks different, looks ethereal. It's gone beyond human. The second time it's used is in Corinthians, when it talks about our bodies being changed at the rapture. Something about it goes beyond flesh and bone. We are going to be beyond human at the rapture. That's how profound this metamorphosis, this transformation is. It's not like I just got a massage and now I feel like a new man. It's God himself coming into my body and running the show. I've gone beyond human now. Isn't that exciting? So let's look at the rest of this. There should be some evidence of it, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. Now, some people will argue the evidence of the Spirit in us is the gift of tongues, but I'm going to disagree. Not everybody gets the gift of tongues. That's the Spirit's choice. You may or you may not, but every Christian should have the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, etc. Those should be evident in our lives. May not happen in one day, but fruit only takes a season to grow, so it shouldn't take decades for the fruits of the Spirit to start evidencing themselves within us. We should see that transformation in our lives. As a personal note, I'm fixing to sell my house because the last renter trashed the house and ran off with some of my furniture and ruined other furniture and didn't pay the last 2 months' rent. And my old man, I'll tell you, would be furious, and I would be tearing my hair out and suing him in court. But with this transformation, I really honestly have nothing but love for him and really pity that he's gone down this path that's going to be destructive for him. I'm not excusing what he's done. I'm just releasing it to God's hands. And again, my old man would never be like that. So therefore, if I see that I'm, let's say, not being humble, the answer should not be, oh, I got to try to be more humble. No, the answer should be, I need to surrender more to him. Love him more than, I don't know, my social status or whatever. Or if I'm being impatient, I need to love him more than I love my personal time. And then he will do that transformation within us. This is the exciting news. So to finish up, let me just read the first half of this using once again the Message version. I like this. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. All right. Actually, I'll do one more. Readily recognize what he wants from you and quickly respond to it. I just love this. So let's choose to love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.